Hey, hello. How are you today? How are you today, guys? Let me use my cup because I didn't brush my hair. Hey, how you doing? The Laka experience. This is Lauren. Looks like Lauren, right? I don't know. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, she's Lauren. How are you, Lauren? Hi, Patrick. Hi, Austin. Diane. Alex. Soleado, huepa. Hey, Jay. Hello, Lauren. Shoki, Salman. Hello, Vanessa. Hi, Linda. Hello, Nate, Kumar, Prashant. What's happening? Nothing too much. Hey, Agustin. How you doing, guys? Hello, Jeff, Justin, Vanessa. You sent me something on YouTube. Did I reply yet? Hello, Lilia. All right, guys. So today was a tricky day. Okay. So today was a tricky day. Today, as you know, or you should know, we have Jerome Powell speaking 12:20 Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So what's going on? What's going on when the Fed speaker or the Fed speakers are on stage? Well, usually happens what you are watching on the screen, right? Usually happens what you are watching on the screen. Investors, they hold on the sidelines, they wait patiently until they see something. For being honest, this first reaction, I don't get it. I just took advantage of it. I don't get it, but I just took advantage of it. Why I don't get it? Well, because the sell-off from Friday, it was because some tariffs and China news from Trump. So this rock pool was based on news, right? Was based on news. But what happened on the weekend? What happened on the weekend? What happened on Monday? Well, he retracted. He said, "Well, no, no, no. We want to work with China. We want to fix everything. It's not our intention to escalate this issue. The opposite. We want to work with them to have an agreement." So, what is expected after something like that? Well, it's expected to go back to normal, right? Back to business. And well, this movement to the upside, was what I was expecting. So again, after the sell-off on Friday, after consolidation yesterday, I mean, yesterday was an ugly day. It was a super ugly day, price action speaking, right? Um, IB super high. The premium on the contracts, especially the same day expiration contracts. That's what I play now. Um, they were moving really weird. So today my expectation was, well, yes, we are gapping down, but that doesn't mean that it's super bearish, right? So again, I took advantage of this move. This is the break and retest of 655.50. 655.50. Can you see here? And well, again, I took the elevator down 50% on that move. It was great, but I was just expecting some sort of reaction because my thesis for the day was actually going higher. Why? Because also Jerome Powell has nothing to say but good stuff about the economy. And remember, guys, this is something really important. Write it down, please. Write it down. This is really important to learn, to have present, and to think about every time you go into the market. The market is not a mirror of the economy. All right? Market is not a mirror of the economy. So you have to understand this really clear, because This is how market is actually moving. Market has its own dynamic. Market has its own timing. Market has its own game rules, right? Because some of the market moves with the options, not only on good news, not only on technicals, but also remember market movers, they make money. I'm sorry, market makers, they make money on movement, not on direction. So they need these kind of movements, right? They need this kind of plays. So the day you start understanding that, and the day you understand market is not a mirror of the economy, everything gets easier. All right. So let's talk about this. So I was telling you guys, I just took advantage of this break and retest. 665.50 was right here. Give me 1 second. 665.50 right here. So I took this when it broke this 655.08. This is a 15-minute chart key level. I just took the way down all the way to 653.50. So my target was a dollar and a half below. Again, 50% for this move. Not bad, not bad, but I wasn't expecting for continuation to the downside. I was expecting for the bounce. So once we took the pre-market low and swept this liquidity, I was expecting this. So market structure was super easy to the upside. I know if you are playing break and retest, you probably didn't find too much of opportunities like clear break, displacement, retest, strong reaction on key level, or strong reaction on the intraday level. But I found a few opportunities here. So for example, this. Once we broke the 5-minute opening range, created new high of the day, we came back, retested this opening price, and continuation to the upside. What happened again? 659. Look at the reaction right here. This is look at this. This is not a definition of order block, but can you see the reactions here? So what is going on 659? This is a supply turned into demand zone. This is resistance turned into support. So when you break this 659 area, take the previous day low, retest here, and you have a strong reaction. Can you see it? Strong reaction right here. Strong reaction right here. Well, you take another position to the upside. And if you were aiming to 661, look at this. This was a 1 to 4.5 risk reward ratio trade. And this is everything that I was watching on SPY. It, as you can see, I mean, SPY is flying. It's already taking previous day high. I wasn't expecting this much of a move, but well, it's great. I mean, again, the market is not a mirror of the economy, but once the market realizes that everything is just as it was last Thursday, well, what I'm expecting, well, it's gonna take a few days. It's gonna take a few days, but probably everything is going to normal, right? Everything is going to normal. All right. Okay. So that was SPY. It's the same thing for QQQ. Really the same thing. I was watching this. Actually, some of the Discord took this QQQ to the downside. It was the exact same play than SPY. And then to the upside, I didn't take the chance to to draw the long position, but it's same thing. Market structure is really clear. Market structure is really clear with higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, breaking key levels like this, retesting, and going higher. Can you see? So today was a very easy day to the upside. SPY QQQ. If you were playing same day expiration, you actually had a really good day because we didn't have any like strong pullbacks. All right. Hola Felipe, you took the same trade on QQQ like this one, right? Uh, great trade. Did you manage to actually squeeze this position? I hope you did. Um, hey, Bets Boy, contracts move right. Yes, Jay Powell said positive things. Yeah, actually, Jay Powell just said what everyone knows, right? I mean, nothing has changed from Friday to today. It was just like a misunderstanding, and well, again, I just don't know. Felipe, you took SPY. Gold lips are printing. D and SPY fulfill the daily gap. Yeah, it's not only the 4 hour chart; it's the daily gap. It's actually the daily gap. Well, this is QQQ. This is SPY. Can you see here? It already took the daily gap. Um, Hola Gaby. Jason, Neto, I feel very upset. I still miss SPY open range pullback trade as lack of displacement. I don't have confidence like this one here. Yeah, well, some something something I say very often, Jason, is I mean I understand textbooks say like, oh, okay, well, you know, you need the break and retest of the 5 minute opening range, but you need to browse your vision. You need to understand price action here. I mean, so yeah, it's not displacement on the 5 minute opening range, but look at this. It's actually having some displacement from from this area here, from this area here. So I want you, Jason. I want you to stop looking to just the lines and start looking to the areas. So remember, when we are looking at the chart, you never you never should be understanding a key level as a flat line. You should be understanding key levels as small areas, right? Small areas. So if you see there's a break and retest of this area here, I mean, again, look at this. Yes, I know this 5 minute opening range high. It's right here. It's on the candle wick, but look where this resistance is. It's on the opening price, retesting the opening price. So don't just look at the lines. Look at the areas of interest. All right. Lilia, I enter SPY 1009 candle, 1009 candle, 1009 candle. Good. Well, if it was the 1009, you were anticipating the move. I know this actually happened to be like a really nice trade, but you should be waiting, Lilia, for reaction and the actual move on your direction. All right. So you don't get scared. And yeah, barely didn't move too well. Scale out my last two cons on 945. Okay, that area looks like a tiny handle. Which one here? Yeah, this is actually. I mean, if you guys want to talk about patterns or something, I mean, this is a bull flag, right? This is a bull flag. I don't have my volume on here, but I'm guessing all of these candles here, they have like low volume, and this break, this 1012 candle, this 1012 candle has an increased volume for the break of this bull flag, right? So yeah, thank you, Marta. uh Francine, you took NQ. Let's take a look. NQ 947 for a loss. What you were trying here, Francine, you were anticipating that this candle will reject this area here, right? But the keyword here is anticipating. Or the block retest, yeah. You were anticipating this. Um, Shocky, I entered QQQ 911. 911? What time is that? 911. Pacific Standard Time. It's 12:11. This one here. QQQ to 920. Good. But what you were trying here, the reclaim of this 5 minute opening range after this retest here. I think you did. All right. Rondo. Alan. Yes, Alan. I do options. PV Nvidia. I'll take a look to Nvidia. You are on the wrong chart. Oh, sorry. All right. Shoki. 911 QQQ. 911 Pacific time. It's 12:11 here. All right. Well, this is way better. This is way better. Look at this. That is a good trade. That is a very good trade. Something like here. 1 to 3 reward ratio trade, only to high of the day. That was a very good trade, Shoki. All right, guys, AMD, nothing to see on AMD. Nothing to see on AMD. 5 minute opening range all the way until noon. Nothing to see on AMD. What's going on with Amazon? Well, Amazon, you know what? This is something that I don't like, and I don't like to go long when you are below the previous day low, right? When you are below the previous day low, I will take this. I mean, this is something that I will take because at least you know you will be on the previous day range, but nothing before this, I will take it. Nothing. Not even this break and retest of the pre-market low. Not even here. Why? Because, well, first, because it was too early. But look at this. I mean, you are inside of the 5 minute opening range. So, yeah, I don't like it. Nothing for Amazon. Anyone took something on Amazon? Alan. Yeah, Alan, you know what? I use Schwab for my long-term portfolio. But for options, I use Webull. I live in Texas. I know for anyone outside the United States, it's kind of expensive and not so efficient. Webull, and most of my fellow traders international out of the United States, they use Interactive Brokers. It is a really good broker. It is a really good platform, and they have a very easy platform for desktop and for mobile. So if you want to take a look to that will be fine. Bets Boy Walmart? What? I mean, I know Walmart is one of these assets that you buy and hold for forever, but I wouldn't trade. And you were trading options for Walmart? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. What about the spread? The premiums are nice. What's up with Walmart? I've never tried to take options on Walmart. Jason, Amazon short pre-market low. Amazon short pre-market low 937. Come on, brother. That's just too early. I mean, it was a really nice trade here. Really nice trade. External liquidity. 1 to 3 reward. That's great. That's great. It's just too early for me. Just too early for me. Um, Spread is not actually bad, ironically. Yeah, Rondo, Walmart is a great stock, like like for buying stocks, right? But for trading options, come on. For real, this I think this is the very first time I read someone trading Walmart. Good job, Jason. Good job. Right. Nvidia guys, well, again, it just came back, filled this gap, 180, this 180. And look at this, inside of the 5 minute opening range for the whole day. I know this is like nice market structure, but it's inside of the 5 minute opening range. It's actually between the 1 minute opening range low and the 5 minute opening range low. So yeah, would I take something on Nvidia? I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyone took Nvidia? It. Chris, is Chris Puccio here? Chris, say hi. Yeah, my time frame to trade tech names is from 9:30 to 11, Omar. But if I'm trading the indices, I can extend that time frame all the way to noon, from 9:30 to noon. But only SPY and QQQ. Uh, PV Nvidia 5 minute low, break and retest. 5 minute upper range low. Like here, 941. PV, can you tell me about your Gavi 942? 942 right here. What you were expecting here, guys? 415? Oh, this is Tesla. Sorry. Nvidia. As you can see, I'm a bit distracted. Stop, it was 5 minute opening range. Something like this. Trying to get at least low of the day. You didn't get low of the day. At least the gap, it was 1 to 2 reward. Yeah, you were stopped. This is the trade Jack took in the morning. Do you know? Yeah, okay. Well, for example, guys, and this is just to understand. You have, let's go here. Nvidia. You have this chart. This is the 15-minute chart. All right. Let me take this. Okay. You gap down. All right. You gap down. You open right here, 185 or something like that. You have a gap right here, 182, 180. You take the gap. Look at this. You take the gap on the first 6 minutes. You take the gap on the first 6 minutes. And you want to take shorts right here. I mean, again. We open 185, around 185. 5 minutes later, 6 minutes later, you already closed this daily gap, right? You already closed this daily gap. And then you want to take short here after dropping $5 on the first 5 minutes on the most bullish name across the board. I don't know, guys. I mean, it just feels weird, at least. I don't know. I will wait it for something stronger. I know. I mean, I like this candle alone, But this candle alone, is, look at this, it's not even going beyond this gap. It's not even going beyond this gap. So, and after this drop, I mean, if you guys have been following Nvidia for the past year, I mean, you understand this is not a regular move. And this is really important, guys, because I always tell you that you should be knowing your names, and I mean the tech names or whatever names you are trading, like the back of your hand. So if you are one of these traders that are watching Nvidia day in and day out, please tell me if this move is something that you recognize. Please tell me if this move, if a 5 points move, is something that you recognize. All right, Gabi, are you following Nvidia like on a regular day? Alan, PB, Palmavera, yeah, yeah. I mean Palmavera, no thanks. Yeah. So Gabi, if you follow Nvidia, is this a regular move? Like 5 points drop on the first 10 minutes of the session? Is this something that you see often on Nvidia? I guess the answer is no, right? I guess the answer is no. So, yeah, exactly. So you should be knowing something about the average true range for the names. You should be knowing how they react at the first minutes of the morning. You should be knowing how much of expansion or large moves you have on your names. And watch this. I mean, this is not even coming from 185. It's coming from higher. Yeah, this is not a regular move, but the Nvidia. Well, I I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree because when it moves, it takes time for move. Nvidia. When Nvidia moves, it's. I mean, it's not like Tesla that it moves 30 points in 5 minutes. But when Nvidia is building a move, yes, it moves, but it never moves like this in 5 minutes, especially not on the first 10 minutes of the market open. All right. So I just want you to understand this. I just want you to Gavi, please, on your journal entry, I want you to reflect on this move. I mean, is this a regular or is this a standard? Is this a standard move on the name I'm trading? No or yes. And if your answer is no, I want you to start reflecting here. Why then did I take this trade here? Also, because we already filled this gap. We already filled this gap. So again, I want you to think about this, and if you have something to learn from today, I want you to squeeze all of the lessons and take them. All right. I mean, again, if you are watching Nvidia day in and day out, you should be knowing everything about this name. How it moves, what time it moves, how it reacts to news, how it reacts to everything. This yellow box, it's a daily gap. It's a gap on the daily chart. It was the gap between September the 26th and the 29th. We have this space here between this day's high and this day's low. So this is the daily gap. We fill the gap and look where we are. Look where we are. All right. So this is just for reflection. This is just for reflection. Okay, Gabi? Uh, Kumar, did you see where this yellow box is coming? Yes. Okay. All right, guys. So this is Tesla. Uh, what do you think about Tesla? Tesla moves. Tesla moves. Nvidia doesn't move like Tesla. Tesla moves. Tesla can have a drop of 15, 20 points in 3 minutes, but Nvidia is not. It's not like that. Well, I don't know. So right here, guys. This is something that I was watching right now. This is the break and retest pre-market low, very close to the previous day low. So I really like this. I really like this. Let's say for 1850. Look at this. This is almost a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade. Actually, if you just pull it down a bit, or let's say 418, if you were aiming to 418, this is a 1 to 2.3 risk reward. So this was a nice trade, and I think this is the same time that SPY and QQQ were pulling down everything, right? Is it the same time? I think it is. It is. So this is the break and retest that I took on SPY. 650, 655.50. And this, yeah. So what Tesla was doing, Tesla was just aligned to the indices. And once the indices bounce, Tesla just was following. Actually, Tesla was moving really nice. Anyone took Tesla today? Kumar, how far do we mark the gaps? Well, if they are on the daily chart, I just let them like all the time until they are filled. If you can see here, well, for example, this is the previous daily gap on Nvidia. I mean, I'm not sure if we are ever going back to 160, probably. These are daily gaps. These are daily gaps. Are we ever going back to 124? Well, I don't know, but I mean, we just came to 90 this, I think on April, right? April 86, April 7th. So why do you leave them here? Well, you never know. You never know. So if they are on the daily chart, I just leave them like forever until they are filled. Okay. Okay. What is a gap? Okay, a gap is, for example, here on this day, Friday, September the 26th, the daily chart, the high of the daily chart or the daily candle was 179.78, and then the next day we gap up, and it's Monday the 29th, we gap up, and the low of this day it's 180.31. So the difference between this day high and this day low was never filled. So what does it mean? That here there are orders waiting to be filled, right? I mean, it's supposed to be orders waiting to be filled. So that's why when price is looking again for liquidity, sometimes they come back, they take the orders that were on field on this area here, and then it takes direction again. So Boras lines, did you get what a gap is? So it's when on the daily chart you have a gap. You have a difference between the previous day high and this day low, right? So for example here, I mean this was another gap. this was another gap. Okay, we gap up from this day. It was Wednesday, October the 8th, and Thursday, October the 9th. We gap up, and this gap was filled with this huge candle, right? So that's why I just take it out. But if it's not taken out, I just leave them like the ones here, right? These gaps, they never went fill. Can you see? But if you take out the gap like we did here, I just delete it. Did you get it? Did I explain myself? Yes, Agustin, exactly. The gap is the difference between the yesterday's high or the previous day high and next day low. If there's a difference, and the daily candles never touch each other, that's a gap. That's a gap. All right. All right. Well, that was Tesla. This is Microsoft. Nobody cares about Microsoft now. This is Palantir. I was listening, people. What about Palantir, Neto? Well, look at this. This is a nice squeeze and the break and retest of two different things: the high of the day and the previous day close. This is the previous day close, 5 minute opening range, high of the day. So I really like this. I really like this. Yes, it never touches completely, but look at this. It's actually retesting 177.50. What's 177.50? Well, that's half number, so it should be important for us, right? So if you take something like this and you were aiming to the previous day high, it was a 1 to 2.8 residual rate to trade. Even if you waited for the next candle, it was a 1 to 2 reward rate to trade, and also market structure is intact. So maybe, and I'm saying maybe, you never closed your position and you went all the way to this 180.41. That's a key level on the 15-minute chart. All right. PB Neto, I took Palantir break and retest previous day low 957. You went short, PB? 957, 957, 957 here. You know what? I understand what you did, but what I don't like is that you took this. I mean, I know this might be not a higher high, but this is absolutely a higher low, right? So this, it's a change of character or break of structure. This is the break of structure. So if you took it here, 957, even when you had a nice reaction here on previous day low, you should be watching the market structure right here. So PB, did you get this? This is kind of, again, I'm not sure if this is like a higher high than this, but this is absolutely a higher low, right? So here you have a break of structure, and here at this 957, you don't know if this is gonna be like a nice reaction to the downside, like rejecting this previous day low, or this is just a pullback to this area here for continuation to the move to the upside. All right, thank you, PB. Chen, probably also because QQQ and SPY reclaiming levels at the point of, let's see. Yeah, look at this. That's actually a very nice observation. Thank you, Chen. All right, guys. So right here, can you see PB? Right here, 957, SPY and QQQ, they were actually breaking structure and with the change of character. So this is a higher high, higher low. Right here, 957, they were reclaiming key levels to the upside. So if you were trying to align this trade to the indices were actually bouncing and going to the upside. Um, yeah, very good observation, Chen. Thank you very much. Diane, uh, um, your question on your trade 655.50 is also a pivot low from the pre-market. Yes. Oh, yes, that was a pivot low on the pre-market. So different confluences, right? 655.50, break and retest, pivot low, break and retest, or break of this support, now resistance, and drop. Yes. Yes, I was watching that. I mean that was part of the trade. Uh Boo Venture QQQ. How did you get that level 592.50? 592.50. 592. Well, 592.50 is just if you have been around Boo Venture for the past weeks, since we are close to all-time highs, sometimes we don't have enough information for key levels. So we have been using as reference whole numbers and half numbers. So if you have, well, for example, this 592.27, this comes from this low here, September the 18th. Let's go to the 4 hour. Can you see here? It's there's a few touches here. I mean it's the low of this September the 18th, but we have a few touches here, on the pre-market and today. So that's where 592.27 is coming, and it worked nice, right? I think, and it's just my opinion. I mean, it really worked nice here, but what I was watching here is the 592.50 as a break and retest of the half number. Probably not this 15-minute chart key level, but I mean, it can be, but I think it was more important, or it was more relevant, this 592.50. You're very welcome. Um, Okay, Palantir gone. What is this? Apple. This is the break and retest of this area of it. Again, look at this. I want you to look at this. This is the pre-market high. Yes, there's no displacement on the pre-market high. Maybe. I mean, there's a few some small displacement, but this is not the most important key level here. Actually, if we just turn them off, what is the most important here? I think the most important here is these levels here. These levels here. Can you see? This is the resistance, then turn into support. Can you see? If you are not watching the intraday key levels, like we just turned them off. If you are not watching this, I mean, yes, you can say like, oh, Neto, but this is the real high of the day. Well, it might be, but look at this. This is the actual battleground. This is the actual battleground. Resistance, resistance again, break of this resistance, turn into support, retest of this support, and this is where you want to open your positions once this resistance turn into support. All right, yes, key levels or intraday key levels help you a lot to identify these areas, but again, you should not be looking at the levels like a flat line. You should be looking at the levels like areas of interest. And where is this area? Where is the interest of this area? Well, where this is resistance, resistance turn into support. Not the key level. I mean, the key level is just another reference. It's telling you it's close to an interesting area, but this is what we need you to understand. This is the price action reading. The price action is telling you here, 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 here. Resistance, resistance, turn into support. Are we clear with this concept, guys? If we turn off the intraday key levels, is it clearer to understand? Is it clearer to understand? Resistance, 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 resistance again, break, turn into support, retest of support, and then your move up. Thank you, Francine. All right, that was Apple. Google, who was asking for Google? Someone, DC. What did you do here, DC? Break and retest of previous day close. Break and retest 244.76 external liquidity. Hey, Ayman, how you doing? I'm at work and I don't have it. All right. So, would you like to try without this? If you are just using, look at this. If you are just using your key levels from the daily chart and the 15-minute chart, you can do different things, right? For example, here, these are your order blocks. Why they are order blocks? This is a down closing candle on an uptrend, all right? So we have this break and retest. We have actually two retests right here. So this might be a good long opportunity. Something like this. Stop at the bottom of the order block. And here, well, you can have different things. 244, it's a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade. External liquidity, key levels on the daily chart, 244.76. It was a 1-to-5. So, and if you start moving this candle, I mean this short long position again, you still have nice trades here. Can you see? You still have break and retest of this external liquidity area, and you aim for the next one. It's a 1-to-3 reward ratio trade. Do you remember? That's like right where I entered on this one, on this order block. Good. ¿Qué pasa, Iván? Saludos. It was 10-10. 10-10. Yeah, something like this. This is the break and retest of this order block. That was really nice. That was really nice, Daisy. Hey, man. Yes, I need to go to Austin this month. I will have my family here in Houston next week. So I need to plan, but I will let you know when I'm going to Houston. I'm sorry, to Austin. And also, I need to go to San Antonio. So if you guys are on the Austin, San Antonio area, Texas, obviously, just let me know and it will be nice to grab a coffee or something. All right. Thank you, Basil. Vanessa, you got Google, but my entry was a bit questionable. Challenge your questionable. What was your entry, Vanessa? Well, I mean, if you can share like, oh well, I entered on this candle here 1016 or whatever. My stop loss was the bottom of this other candle and I was aiming to this candle or to this key level. That will be easier for me. So I tried what I thought the 1 minute candle rule, 1007, 1007. Well, this is this is similar to what we are saying, right? I mean, you just, I mean, yes, this is the one candle rule. This is the one candle rule, or the order blocks, or the order blocks. It's just right here, 1007. As you can see, there's no displacement from for this for this order block. So what I will be suggesting you is wait for displacement. What does it mean, displacement? What does it mean, displacement? Displacement is this physical separation from the candle to the actual key level. If you have some displacement here and then you have the pullback and retest of your area of interest, remember, we are not looking at flat lines. We are looking to areas. Here, this is the one candle rule or the order block. So you have these right here, 1010. Yes, that's this 1010 in the morning. This 1010 in the morning. This is a nice retest. Look how strong the reaction is here. So you can wait. I mean, I told you, like, you don't need to anticipate the move. I mean, you don't need to enter here, right on the retest, right on the retest. What you can try to do is waiting for direction, because this is giving you clarity, and clarity is way more important than anticipation on trading. All right. So right here, you understand that the reaction right at the key level, right at the order block, it's real, and now you can trade with more probabilities this move to the upside. Right here, it was aiming to 244, but I mean, you easily could be aiming to this external liquidity. This is a key level on the daily chart. So guys, if you don't remember, blue lines are previous highs and lows on the daily chart, and the white lines are key levels on the 15-minute chart. And the white lines usually go back only like 3, 4, 7 days. At this point on SPY and QQQ, we have been going back a bit more because the drop we just had. But usually I only take like the past 3, 4, 5 days, right? Uh, yeah, Vanessa, it was a bit early, but I mean, it actually made the bounce on the next candle, right? The next candle, or the next few candles. But that was a good trade. Congratulations there. DC, I just checked 1008. 1008. Come on, DC, you were chasing 1008 and you exited 1032. Oof, that was a hell of a trade. That was a really nice trade. This is the breakout. This is not the break and retest, right? So what we just explained with Vanessa, I mean, you should be waiting for these retests right here instead of this breakout, right? But I got out Friday high. Yeah, this key level on the daily chart. All right, guys. This is Meta. Well, Meta, same thing, right? High of the day, break, retest, continuation, retest, continuation. So there's, this is self-explanatory. And you can do the same thing here, right? The reason I don't like this first one, the reason I don't like this break retest right here, it's because here you are buying a high of the day. Do you remember I told you like my playbook, my personal playbook? It's different when I'm buying calls to when I'm buying puts. When I'm buying calls, I really hesitate a lot when buying close to high of the day. So for me, this will not be a nice entry here. I mean, I mean something like here. Oh, sorry. Something like here. I wouldn't like this one here, even if the risk is low. Even if the risk is low. Why? Because you are buying a high of the day. Can you see? You are buying a high of the day. But this retest, now you are not buying a high of the day. You are actually buying with some space. And even high of the day, it's a 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade. This is something that I like. This first one, this I don't like it. All right. And that's it for today, guys. Do you have any question? Do you have any question about the trade I took on SPY? If not, I will see you tomorrow. Guys, we are so close to 900 subscribers to the channel. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.